Emergency alert!
Oh my, test subjects may have escaped, huh?
Well, in that case, let's not disappoint them. Bacchus!
As you wish.
Raimi, we're coming for you!
Star Ocean: The Last Hope is the fourth main Star Ocean game, which saw its last installment on the PlayStation 2. The PS2 Star Ocean Till the End of Time was an extremely controversial game containing an outrageous plot twist that was both incredibly stupid, but then also at the same time pretty ballsy as well for actually going through with it. It was a move that pretty much invalidated the entire series so far, the entire series moving forward, and Valkyrie Profile as well if you decide to buy into the vague links between the two. The end result was definitely memorable, although I still want to backhand everyone over at Tri-Ace for such a retarded move, even though I also really enjoyed the game. The big question overall in terms of The Last Hope was how Tri-Ace planned to follow all of this up, which turns out to be the very first in the series chronologically. Star Ocean looks great, is colorful, and contains a wide variety of different styles of backgrounds which all appeal to the senses and really make you feel like you're visiting vastly different planets, space stations, and spaceships, which greatly adds to your sense of adventure. A few people in other reviews have complained that the characters look like creepy bobbleheads, but these people are idiots because shocking, characters that were designed and animated to look like cartoon characters move around and look like cartoon characters. It's a valid stylistic choice which does not degrade the final product. Bottom line, this game does look good. The combat this time around is improved from the last Star Ocean game, with a battle engine very similar to the latest Tales games. A new feature in this game called the Blind Side allows you to quickly hop to the side and circle around the enemy, catching it off guard and delivering massive damage. It's fun and gives you something to constantly try to do to keep things from becoming too dull from just repetitiously hitting the A button over and over, as with many RPGs. I would have preferred a larger variety of tactics to give my fellow AI-controlled allies, but it was never too big of a problem. Oh yes, and item creation, weapon synthesis, side quests, and endgame content all return once again, which should make all of the devoted fans quite happy. Alright now, the graphics are good and the gameplay is good. It's time to get down to what the problems are. I kind of like the characters in this game. The artistic design does honestly help, and they do a good job at presenting various ideals and viewpoints. However, sometimes it feels like a family of beavers could generate more intelligent conversation. Some of them are near literally tards, and with the rest being naive morons. It was a little hard to really care about the final end conclusion, as I could never truly relate to any of them. This brings up another disappointment of mine. Star Ocean: The Last Hope failed to come up with any sort of interesting plot twist that even attempts to match Till the End of Times. This was Tri-Ace's chance to tie in some ideas to further improve upon the last game's plot twist, and perhaps even validate it a little more in order to truly craft a unique gem. But no, instead it's just another story about some enemies who feel that our universe's current living creatures do not appreciate life enough, and the only answer in assisting them is to wipe them out completely. Joy. Some people have a problem with the pacing this game has. An early dungeon on your first time through might end up taking 4 to 5 hours to complete, while a later one can be finished in under 1. It is indeed kind of bizarre, and a lot of people don't like it. And while I kind of doubt that Tri-Ace really intended it to be this way, it helps retract from some of the game's predictability in that you can never really know how long or short a dungeon might be. You can't just assume that, oh, 5 screens are up, it must be time for a boss now. A lot of this game is just sort of going through the motions of an RPG, but a lot of those motions are pretty fun. The gameplay, visuals, and even some of the story is enjoyable. Just having a spaceship right off the bat helps add to this game's sense of adventure, and you aren't stuck on some backwater planet running meaningless errands for the first 20 hours or so. I enjoyed this game, but then some of the design choices right off the bat, with no crucial plot twists or unique story, kept this game from being a potential favorite. Although for Japanese RPGs on the 360, this is one of the best so far. I recommend this game, but I'm hesitant to try and call it great. Star Ocean: The Last Hope for the Xbox 360 receives a 7 out of 10.